As Hurricane Dorian continues to trek north along the Florida coast, we saw the impact it had on beaches, including that Fort Pierce shoreline.
The strong winds and rain eroded the beach, and several feet of sand were lost.
Ian Margol is live in Fort Pierce. He's been there since yesterday morning. Ian, a much different scene today.
Eric, JC, it is just night and day. It's almost hard to believe that this is the same exact spot we were standing in yesterday when those waves were crashing in over the rocks, going in over this walkway we've been standing on for the last 2 days. And people that we've been talking to this morning really breathing a sigh of relief, feeling like we really dodged a bullet on this one.
On Tuesday, rough waves and whipping winds slammed the Fort Pierce coastline for much of the day as Dorian's outer bands dragged across the area. But by Wednesday morning, things looked pretty different.
We dodged a really big one. It was the closest that we've came to to just total devastation.
Lucky Harmon was one of dozens of people who we saw come out to Fort Pierce Jetty Park on Wednesday morning after the evacuation order was lifted to check out what the storm left behind.
Well, I'm thinking things look pretty good. It's just about what I expected. I've been here before after storms. Looks like similar to maybe after Matthew.
Compared to the whitecaps we watched in the area Tuesday, Wednesday's calm waters were a stark contrast. In fact, in the inlet, the water was flowing quickly away from land, likely carrying a lot of runoff from the last 24 hours or so. Neighbors like Douglas Purchase say they're ready to move on.
We're really enjoying the weather now, and now it's over. We just have to have our prayers on Bahamas, getting in there and trying to help them clean up.
And that's another thing we've been hearing a lot of, people really sending their thoughts and turning their attention to the Bahamas. This is something that we've talked about for the last few days, the erosion in this area. And we showed this demonstration yesterday. I want to do it again for you. You're looking at what looks like almost a shelf. It just sort of drops off there on the sand. And as we start to pan over to the left, we'll go over the much calmer waves than we saw yesterday. And as I come back into the frame, you'll see this is where just 48 hours ago, where that shelf was. There was a picture, we posted it on Twitter. You can see it on my Twitter page, at Ian Margol WPLG. About even with me, that's where that shelf was just 2 days ago. That's how much erosion this area is dealing with. And people say, while this is normal for here, they do see a lot of erosion. This is even more than they've seen in a very long time. Many people comparing it to what they saw with Hurricane Matthew. Eric, JC?
And so hard to see because we knew officials were so concerned about erosion, but that is such a vivid picture of the difference.
All right, Matthew slamming the Bahamas as well.